They're saying it's addition by subtraction. Big Deke News. The transaction we've all been waiting for. Yesterday, the Steelers cut wide receiver / return specialist Gunner Olszewski.
It's about damn time.
Yeah, it's been time. How do you trust this dude with the ball in his hands anymore if you're the Steelers? Like, I truly wonder what the ratio has been this year for Gunner when you're talking about the amount of times he's touched the ball versus the amount of times that he's made a boneheaded play. It's got to be at least 60 to 70%. And obviously, I could go over in detail all of Gunner's bad plays that he's had here in Pittsburgh and his misfortunes, but why kick a man while he's down? Dude just lost his job. So let's focus on the positives. Let's remember the good times. How about a Gunner Steelers highlight montage? And before we move off this Gunner topic, a lot of people have been wondering if Gunner is truly a secret double agent for the New England Patriots. Like, he was sent over by Belichick to sabotage the Steelers from the inside, and now that he's free, now that we just released him, he's just going to sign back up in New England and start playing amazing and actually hold on to the ball. But to be honest with you, I don't think it's going to be that simple if he does go back up to New England, because I don't think it works like that anymore. Tom Brady's not there. Patriots just flat out suck, and Belichick probably should retire. But for Gunner and his future endeavors, I wish him the best, but his time here in the Steel City just wasn't it. Probably goes up there in the top 10 or top 20 list of disappointing free agent signings that we've had. Moncrief, Ryan Switzer, although I don't think we had the highest of expectations for Switzer, but if you guys want, you could list some other names. Free agent signings we brought in, expectations just didn't live up though. But moving on, we got more bad news on Muth. He initially was listed as out for this Week 7 game after re-aggravating his hamstring at practice, but now he's been placed on IR, which means he'll be out for at least 4 weeks. So I wonder if we're going to look to add another tight end before the trade deadline, or if we're satisfied rolling with the trio of Washington, Hayward, and Rodney Williams. Something to look out for in this game, but also within this last week before the trade deadline is up. But finally, before I sign off, I wanted to discuss the Steelers' starting left tackle position. From the looks of it, Dan Moore will be starting over Broderick Jones against the Rams. And I don't like this. Broderick Jones looked really solid in his debut against the Ravens. And I feel like he helps out better in the run game. He's clearly the more athletic and talented player. There's a reason you drafted him in the first round and traded up to get him. So what's the holdup? Former Steeler Chris Hoke thinks it has to do a lot with Tomlin's mantra that starters shouldn't lose their job due to injury. How about poor play, though? Because Dan Moore has clearly taken a step back from last season. Now, one could argue Dan had to face some tougher matchups this far in 2023 compared to Broderick, but at the same time, it's not like Broderick was just going up against JV edge rushers either. I just think we got an opportunity to see what Broderick can do. He took advantage of it. We already know what Dan Moore's work is after 2.5 years, and if we were that confident in Dan Moore, we wouldn't have drafted a left tackle in the first round. I think Broderick Jones' upside, his ceiling, is way higher than Moore's, but I think their floors are very similar. So I think you got to give the nod to Broderick, but that's not my decision. We'll be seeing Dan Moore, and hopefully Dan Moore plays good, because I don't want Kenny Pickett or any other offensive players getting hurt because of him. But that is it for this edition of Big Deke News on a Saturday. Enjoy the rest of the college football slate today. Hail to Pitt. And see you guys tomorrow. I'll be over on Bleacher Report for the live post-game. If you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, I'll drop the link over there. So check that out. We'll chop it up. And hopefully it's a reaction after a nice Steelers dub. But stay chilling and peace out.